Made for a fast trim and precision shave for everywhere below the neck, I'm putting the Philips Norelco Bodygroom 7100 to the test to find out if it's the right fit for you. Stick around. What's up guys, I'm Paul D'Onofrio back with you from Groom Reviews. We're getting you comfortable, confident, and clean in grooming. On this channel, we're bringing you everyday grooming product reviews. So if you're new here, be sure to subscribe and make sure to hit that notification bell to stay on top of all of our latest videos. You can also check us out on our website at groomreviews.com. So today, we're taking a look at the Philips Norelco Bodygroom 7100, model BG2040, which Philips touts for its dual-sided design and skin-friendly contour system. This body groomer is an Amazon most wished for trimmer, ranking at number 5, 8, and 12 for the categories of personal groomers, body hair groomers, and beard trimmers respectively. It also holds a 3.8 out of 5-star review rating. The Bodygroom 7100 is designed for 5-zone body grooming, including the back and shoulders, chest and abs, underarms, groin area, and legs. At one end of this Philips 7000 series body groomer, you'll find an integrated 32mm metal trimmer, an adjustable comb with 5 length settings from 3mm to 11mm for trimming thicker hair and maintaining longer lengths. On the opposite end lies the precision trimmer with bidirectional trimmers to cut longer hairs and a foil shaver for close results. According to Philips, the flexible 3D pivoting head contours to your body's every angle and surface, and the hypoallergenic foil and rounded trimmer tips protect your skin while shaving. The Philips Norelco Bodygroom 7100 features a high-powered nickel metal hydride battery and requires 1 hour of charge time for 50 minutes of cordless use. This body groomer, however, can only be charged in the charging stand and requires cordless operation for its use. The Philips 7100 body groomer can be used wet or dry, in or out of the shower, and can be cleaned with the included brush or under the tap. It also incorporates an ergonomic rubber grip for superior handling and control. Currently, you'll find the Philips Bodygroom BG2040 on Amazon for around $70. I'll link to the product in the description below. Now, Philips Norelco notes that this trimmer is only to be used below the neckline. It's not intended for the face. But if we take a look at this other side here, where we have this comb attachment, it's got these 5 length settings, and it looks like, you know, something that you could trim up your beard with if you wanted to. But that's not the intended purpose of this device. And hygienically, you don't want to be using this, you know, in the lower regions of your body and then deciding to put it on your face. Now, as mentioned earlier, this Philips body groomer can be used on 5 different zones of the body, including those nether regions. However, for this trim, we're going to focus on testing the features on the chest, where you can actually see the results of what's happening. Now, most of the time I like to keep the hair in the chest, but to help demonstrate for you guys, I'm going to trim it down and I'm going to see how smooth this foil shaver can actually get the area. So we'll see how the power holds up, if we're cutting well, and if I start to feel any irritation during the shave. So let's dive in right now and test it out. Alright guys, so that was the Philips Norelco Bodygroom Series 7100. And as you can see there, I had some redness on my chest at the end. Also, you can see there in the video, it's kind of a stubble finish at the end. So if someone who really wants to shave the chest and get it super smooth, you're going to probably have to go in there with some shaving cream and a razor, and go over the area again if you really want to get that, nice smooth finish where you can't see, too much stubble going on. So as you saw, we started with the trimmer on this side. We started with the setting at number 1, which is for 3 millimeters. Went in there, took out the longer hair first. Then we switched over to the foil shaver side. Went in there and tried to clean up, those hairs that are in there and get the foil shaver to really kind of smooth things out. This was working well. You got to go against the grain of the hair to really get it down and cut it the right way. So if you looked at the chest, on my chest, it kind of grew in, grows in towards the center on this side, towards the center on this side. Then the center kind of just goes up and down. You always got to move this around in different directions. The hair on the chest goes all different ways. So if you saw it in the video, I was going all over just to try and get it. An area you got to be pretty careful trimming around is the nipple. It's sensitive there. The skin's a little bit different. And as the hairs are growing in there, it's kind of hard to get this in, because it's a little bit clunky. So if you're trying to get, to the foil shaver to smooth out around there, you got the actual trimmers that are on here that are getting really close, and sometimes they might nick you. So you just got to be careful going in there. Take your time, go slow, and eventually you'll work your way at it and get the job done. But for someone who just wants to go in there, wants to either trim something up, with this side, or they want to just get down to almost that stubble finish, it definitely gets the job done. Just if you're trying to go even further than that, you might have a little bit of an issue because you don't have that real closeness to the skin like a razor will get you. So as far as how this foil shaver actually comes off, you put your 2 fingers here on the trimmers themselves, and you got to pull pretty hard, and then you can get it to come loose. So you got this little piece here, which you can rinse under the sink, or do whatever you want to clean it. You can rinse inside of here. To put it back on, real simple, just push it in, and it's right back in place. If we take a look at the other side here with the comb attachment, all you gotta do is put your thumb here, push all the way up. This comes right off, very simple. And then if you wanna get in here under this trimmer to clean, you just put your thumb right here, pop it off just like that. You can get in there, rinse it out under the tap, very easy. If we go back to the other side, we have a 3D pivoting head here, so we can go side to side as well as front to back. As far as noise, here's the foil shaver side. And here's the trimmer side. The trimmer side here seems to be a little bit quieter, a little bit duller, while the foil shaver side is a little bit more powerful. It has a louder noise coming out of it. Now, as far as charging this device, there's actually 2 metal prongs on the side of this device. And what these do is they work in combination with this charging stand. And the charging stand gets plugged in here in the back, and it's got these 2 metal pieces in here. And once these contact these metal prongs, you start to charge. So you have to put it in here like this. There's no charging port that's on the actual device, so you cannot plug this in and use it. This is only intended for cordless use, which is kind of a drawback, but you do get 50 minutes out of this for 1 hour of charge, which isn't bad. This has a high-powered nickel metal hydride battery, which can be seen as a drawback as well, but there is a newer model of this, the BG2040, which includes a lithium-ion battery, and that'll get you 80 minutes of use for 1 hour of charge time. And having that nickel metal hydride battery, there's a different way you have to really charge this to optimize it. What Philips Norelco tells you is you want to give it a first full charge, but once you have that first full charge, don't charge it until you actually drain the battery fully. Then you can go on and you can charge it up again. And they want you to fully drain this twice per year. That'll get you the most out of this battery and optimize it to its fullest, so you probably won't have an issue with it dying, like I'm seeing in a lot of the comments. I'm not sure if people are following the actual instructions on how to charge this properly, or they keep attaching it to the charging stand, just expecting it to go right to 100% and keep running. So you got to understand the battery that's in this. It's not the lithium ion, but as I said, you get the BG2040 that's out there now. It's practically identical to this, and it has the lithium ion battery, which is better than the nickel metal hydride. The Bodygroom 7100 also has this rubber grip that's on here, so it's easy to hold on to, not going to slip out of your hands, and easy for navigating throughout the body and keeping a hold of. So at the end of the day, it's going to come down to what your body grooming needs are. If you're looking to get something that's going to be able to shave your face, use on the beard, but you also want to be able to, trim up some of that hair on the chest or the upper body, you're probably going to want to look into something like the Multi-Groom 7000. That's going to cost you around maybe $50 or so, but it's going to give you the precision you need for the face, as well as give you those attachments you need to trim up the body. Now, if you're going for something where you need to be more skin sensitive, more skin friendly because you're going downstairs, or you're trying to, go in those nether regions, you're going to want to go with a device like this Bodygroom 7100. This is definitely going to give you a better option, better cutting experience than you would get with the 7000. And the Multi-Groom 7000 is not meant to go in those places. So definitely a better option for that. If you're trying to get that super smooth shave, I don't really think you're going to get it with this. It might feel like you're getting there a little bit, but at the end of the day, you're probably going to have to use that shaving cream to really shave it up. But for most people, or a lot of people, they might not want to go that far. They might like the hair, they just want to be able to trim it up. So this is a good option on this side because you can get that 3 millimeters all the way to 11 millimeters of cutting, to just, tame the hair, get it to where you like it. And then if you feel like going in there and trimming it even lower and getting that foil shaver on there to get that smoother finish, you can go in with this side. But definitely a more skin-friendly option, better option for those people who want to do the full body grooming. But for the face, definitely Multi-Groom 7000 is the way to go. Alright guys, I hope you found that video helpful. If you did, a like, comment, subscribe, share, anything you can do to help the channel, I greatly appreciate it. Make sure to check me out on Instagram @GroomReviews. I thank you again for being here, and I'll catch you next time.